Have you ever used Memrise to learn your target language? I've been using Memrise for 30 days and I just want to share what my thoughts are on this language learning application because I love to make sure that you are aware of all the language learning resources that are available to you. So, what exactly is Memrise? Memrise is a platform that leverages memory techniques, deep understanding of neuroscience, and novel approaches to second language acquisition to make learning a language dramatically easier and faster. So by starting on the homepage here, we can see that I am on level 5, which is presentaciones or presentations. And there are 27 of 56 words and phrases that I have to learn. I can also download the course that I'm on, which is Frances 1 or French 1. And then I can see what my daily streak is and the goals for every single day. Currently, I don't have a streak going on right now because I've been a little inconsistent, but it's really nice here because I can see that my longest streak has been 14 days, and hopefully in the future it will be a lot longer than 14 days. And then today, so far, I have 0 words reviewed, 0 new words learned, and 0 minutes of learning. So this is a pretty good way to track our progress. I can also change my daily goals for how many words that I would like to learn every single day. So the options here are 5 words a day, 15 words a day, or 30 words a day. At the bottom of the homepage, it tells me exactly what is ready for me to review. So right now I have grammar that I can review, difficult words, I can learn with locals, which I'll talk about that in a little bit here. I can do a speed review, an overall review, and listening skill review. Memrise also has this feature called Explore. And with Explore, you click on that and then it'll open up your camera. And then basically what you do is just point your camera at different objects and things like that, wherever. And it will show, at least in my case, it will show what the French word is of that object that you are looking at. And I haven't really used this feature that much yet, so I don't want to speak too much on it, but the accuracy is thus far. But I'm going to keep using it and then we'll see if it gets any better. Also, I want to make sure that you know that this video is not being sponsored in any type of way by Memrise. So just so you know, but hopefully in the future I can have a video that's sponsored by them. Now let's take a look at the course breakdown. What exactly is included in this course? So right now for French 1, I have Empieza con lo básico y aprende y presentate en francés. So that is Spanish and that means start with the basic and learn to present yourself in French. And as you can see here, there is some Spanish because when I first started to use this application, my phone settings was set to Spanish. But now I switched my phone back to English, but I still have the Spanish here. And then there's also English, but then there's also French as well. So that part is a little bit confusing to me because I'm still fairly new to this app. So I got to figure all that out. But anyway, with this course, French 1, there are 476 words and 17 levels. And every single level is a different topic. For example, with level 1 here, we have words and phrases, empezamos or start. Then level 2 is grammar, negación or negation. Level 3, words and phrases, kit de supervivencia. Level 4, grammar, hacer preguntas, so asking questions. One really cool thing that I like about this course, let's say that I'm at level 4, right? I can still go to level 12 or level 13 and I can see exactly what words that are going to be, or words and phrases that will be in or on this level. And also I can start that level without actually having to complete all the previous ones. And the same thing goes for completing different courses. So right now I'm on the course French 1, but I have not completed French 1 yet, but I can still skip to French 2 and I can do the same exact thing. I can still go to level 1 of the French 2 course and I can start working on that right now. And I can also click on level 2 of French course 2 and I can see the words and phrases that I'll be learning there as well. Okay, now we know what is in the French course, but how exactly do we learn all these different topics? In a variety of different ways with flashcards and spaced repetition. There are listening style questions where I will hear
Habiter.
a word or a phrase and then I will just
Habiter.
have to choose the correct word or phrase. There's also a question where it is a combination
Je
of
suis
listening and
espagnol.
fill in the blank. So you will
Je
hear the
suis
phrase, and then
espagnol.
you have different words where you can drag and drop onto the line. So you just be filling in exactly what you're hearing and hopefully get the right answer. There's also a listening style question where you are actually given the word, and then based off the word that you see, there are different selections, and you will listen to them, and each one of them will be different. And you just have to choose the one that correctly correlates to that word that you see.
J'habite. J'habite.
Okay, soy española. I know I got this question wrong multiple times, and what I like about this is that it will actually be added to my difficult word list.
Je suis espagnol.
My favorite type of questions are the ones that show a short clip of a native French speaker saying a specific word or phrase. And they don't just have one French native speaker, but they have many of them in these different video clips.
Et au fait Et au fait
Au fait. Au fait.
Au fait. Au fait. Au fait.
Memrise is always giving you a progress update as well. So on this one page here, I can see the different words that I have just reviewed. So 7 reviewed words, and then also words to review says there are 0 of them. But then there are two different phrases that have been added to my difficult list. There's also a progress update page here where it shows me that I have learned 5 words and also that there are 92 total words mastered. Overall, Memrise has a total of 23 language courses, and you can use Memrise on multiple devices. And it does come at a cost, so you will have to pay for a subscription, but there is a trial. I can't remember how much you get. I think it's like a certain amount of levels or something like that that you can complete before you actually have to pay for the subscription. On the Memrise website, I see that it is $14.99 for every single month, or annually, we're looking at $89.99, or for lifetime, it is $199.99. However, I do recommend opening up the application on your phone just so you can see if there are other options because there may be, and also different discounts and things like that. Overall, I enjoy using Memrise to learn French. I think I've actually been learning a lot, and I say that is mostly due to the spaced repetition and also the different types of questions because I definitely feel like I'm remembering a lot of the words and phrases just because there is a lot of different input styles. I'm able to see these words and phrases and I'm able to hear them repeatedly. And it is a big plus that they have these native speakers that are actually saying these words and phrases because that makes it actually a lot more challenging because it's not just like a robotic voice saying these different words and phrases. Also, I think it really helps me with my pronunciation skills as well because I don't want to sound like a robot, right, when I am speaking French, but I want to sound as close to a native as possible. I also really enjoy the structure and the flexibility of the course. So I can jump in between different levels. I don't have to feel like I'm stuck on just one level or one topic, but I can combine all these different topics in one day if I really feel like it. I also like the fact that I can actually practice the different types of questions whenever I want. And not just, for example, I go through one day and I have, those 5 different questions and that's it. Then I'll just repeat with the next level. But I can just review different words with different types of questions whenever I want. I'm very thankful that there are these buttons on different questions like I already know this, so you don't have to feel stuck with the same types of questions and also words and phrases. You're not repeating the same ones that you have already answered correctly. So I think they do a really good job with that when it comes to spaced repetition. I'm not forced to complete questions for words and phrases that I've already proven that I already know, but I can just pass those. Now on to the negatives of this application. One big negative for me is the price. I honestly don't think it should be priced as high as it is, but I still also really enjoy the application, so that's why I am still using it right now. but I really wish they could lower it a little bit more. But it's just one of those things. There are some applications for learning your target language that you just kind of have to pay for. And another negative for me is the explanation of grammar. There has been some explanation of grammar concepts on specific questions, but apart from that, at least maybe I haven't found it yet. I don't see like a guidebook or a grammar book or anything like that that is separate, as it is not actually in the question itself, where I can just go and read all the different grammar concepts for a specific topic or the level. But I haven't completed the French 1 course yet, so maybe that is a part of it. I've only really seen very short phrases and single words that I have been learning throughout the different questions. So maybe once I get to French 2, French 3, French 4, there will be a lot longer sentences and things like that, where there will be more explanation of grammar. So maybe I will see it in the future, but we'll see. Apart from that, another negative for me is confusion with the course. So sometimes when I'm going through a topic, right, or through a level, I get kind of confused when I finish all the questions, because then it will redirect me to pronunciation or grammar or something like that. And I'm kind of just confused on what I should be doing sometimes. But maybe it's because I just have no idea what I'm doing and I'm not using the application correctly, and because usually my phone or the application is only in French and Spanish and it hasn't been in English. So maybe there's just some confusion there. But apart from those negatives, I don't really have anything else to say. I really enjoy Memrise. I have been learning a ton about the French language, and yeah, it's been really fun. And I would recommend that you at least do the trial so you can see how it is, what the experience is like, and if you think it's going to help you learn your target language. Let me know in the comment section below if you have used Memrise or not, and if you have, let me know what you like about this application and what you don't like about this application. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also share it with your friends if you enjoyed it. Now watch this next video to find out my opinion on Duolingo.